Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Well, it's fight week. And you remember a while back when I did this video, used this thumbnail, there was a caller who called in about saying the guys in Beecher had an issue with Papoose and saying that basically Papoose couldn't come out there to Detroit or to Michigan. And then the ladies were saying Clarissa couldn't go to New York. Basically that people wanted to world star her. And I sat there and I listened and I was like, okay, well, there you go. This is what the people are saying. And if that's the case, it's not a good look because Clarissa's out here saying how Papoose can fight. He can do this. She's talking about making people stand on business, punching them in the face. And we had a whole discussion about it. But then at the end, I said, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Guys in Beecher don't go out there doing nothing stupid to Papoose. Ladies in New York don't do nothing dumb to Clarissa. None of this shit is worth it over a stupid car. Anyway, since it's fight week, I thought it'd be interesting, man, to go ahead and drop this on you again and just let y'all listen because it's fight week right now. I know this talks about Papoose. He does have the vehicle. I have images of Tony with the vehicle, then Papoose and Clarissa with the vehicle now. So I want to see this week if there's going to be a flare-up out there based on what was said during this live. Sit back and listen.
Go ahead, caller. You're chilling.
What up, champ?
I'm good. How you doing?
I got some tea for you.
Okay, stuff.
I called the radio station at Flint to see if they were giving out free tickets for the fight for February. They said they haven't got anything yet, and he said that it might not be a fight February. I said, why is that? He said, well, nothing is written in stone yet, but there's some beef going down here in Flint with Papoose. Papoose did something to Tony Rich. He took something from him, a vehicle or something
car,
like that.
Yeah.
And he took a vehicle from him. And now it's got our community uproar with Beecher. And I said, who's Beecher? He said, Beecher is another community outside of Flint, which is the Mount Morris in Genesee County. And they're all after Papoose. And I said, you know what? I say, you're some of the ladies here are talking about Clarissa when she comes to New York. So you got a Papoose situation, and we got a Clarissa situation here. He said, yeah. He said, I don't even think that fight going to happen because it's really bad. I said, wow. I said, well, I will call back about the end of the month, about the end of January, find out if y'all got to get tickets or fight is still on. And he said, well, keep your fingers crossed, but I doubt it. If the fight go on, they might cancel it because if that guy comes to our city, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Somebody was saying that the other day.
This is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah.
I was just calling for some tickets. So this is my first time hearing about it. But I got to go.
Okay. All right. Bye. So, well, there you go. That just took the conversation on the live a whole different direction. Now we know there may not be a fight. Now we know that Papoose, we knew he went up there and repossessed the car because Clarissa was bragging about it. My man, man, please. Papoose, going up there and get that car from Tony Rich. My man, he'll fight. My man will do this. My man will do that. Okay. Now your man got a target on his back. Went out there trying to play Al Capone. Trying to play Brooklyn Zoo. Trying to get New York, East Coast on him. Right? Went out there now. The Flint, Michigan goddamn constituents want to put a target on Papoose, chest, back, head. This ain't what you want, people. This ain't what you want. And I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna get into all that, because I don't like talking about when I was young, because it's not good. I'm very successful, but sometimes I gotta pull from them stories. Damn, they're gonna get him. Go ahead, caller. Hey, I can't, let me put you on speaker. Go ahead. Yeah, now I can, yeah.
All right.
ISIS?
Hold on, let me take this off. Let me put it on speaker. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, all right. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. My condolences to the families that's involved in the tragedy. I don't know much about it, but I've seen people posting about it, y'all talking about it. My condolences, my sincere condolences. Now, I just heard the other caller talk about Beecher. Let me tell you something. When I say that's a tight-knit community, it's so tight. It's a small community. But when I say they tight, they go back years tight. I'm not advocating any violence or anything because you can slip in and slip out of anywhere you want to slip out of. But when I say it's only like 3 minutes from Flint. You cross over, it's Flint and Beecher. Flint and Beecher. They have been rivalries like for years. You know, when I'm 54, that you know, people, the younger kids, I don't think they're much off into that out, but they still got old school people here. And when I tell you that is a tight knit community, I don't know if her ex-fiance came from Beecher, but when I say they're tight, they're tight. And it ain't gonna be, I'm not gonna speak nothing, but they tight. That's all I gotta say. And they don't take nothing from no outside communities, even 3 minutes away from Flint. Period. That's all I gotta say. I hope all's well with everyone.
Okay, appreciate it, ISIS.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night. I'll be here.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Right.
Man, that's crazy. Let me see what we got here. Me and Andre, thank you for becoming a new member, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So there you go, man. That makes sense. So she can't go to New York. Pep can't go out there to Michigan, obviously. The press conference was done in New York in the janitor's closet with the dirty mops hanging up in the back drying. Now it all makes sense. Oh boy. So that means even if she goes out there, I wonder if she's safe. Oh, this is all bad, man. See, this is the stuff we talk about every night. And now you got this negative attention on you.
Now remember, this video is from a few months ago. So when you take a look at everything, doesn't seem like there's anything going on right now. So the people who called in, you know, maybe they got it wrong. But it's fight week, and we're going to see if a lot of the stuff people were saying over the last 3.5, 4 months, if they were correct or not.
We were just talking about this. You're going to punch somebody in the face. Papoose can fight. Papoose.
Remember all that talk? Clarissa Shields was talking about Papoose and how he'll do this and he'll do that. That's what all that was about.
Because, what is it? Beecher, people in Beecher ain't cool with him coming out there taking the damn vehicle that she bought for Tony. And now she gave it to Papoose. But Papoose took it. Nah, man. And remember, Papoose said on Drink Champs that when he was there for her first fight, the first fight he saw her, and at the end of the fight, she was by herself with no security. And there were a lot of people who were rushing her. And he was like, he went over there and said, oh, this can't happen. Hey, he said it basically kind of broke it up a little bit to make sure she had some space. And that may be something else. That when people were like, who is he?
But also remember, there was someone else called in, and they were just kind of discussing this call, and they said, Tony, they said the whole thing doesn't sound right about Beecher people trying to go at Papoose because Tony had moved down to Atlanta. Now listen, I don't know. I'm just sitting here trying to catch y'all up to see if some of the stuff that was said over the last few months, if any of it is going to prove true during fight week. The one thing with me is, I just said it just doesn't make sense for there to be any violence. And so far there hasn't been. Doesn't seem to be any drama. The only drama is just people still sitting here talking about Clarissa and Papoose, and I mean, that's it. I haven't heard of anyone trying to attack Papoose or anyone trying to attack Clarissa. Doesn't seem to be any violence. Nothing. But we're going to keep playing the video and we're going to see if anything plays out. I personally don't think there's going to be any craziness to take place, and I hope not, because that's just not what you want. But let's just let the rest of this play out. It's only 4 minutes. Just let it play out.
I'm just telling you from growing up, man. When I'll put it to you this. I don't even go get into all of it, but I understand. To this story, that shit reminds me of being horrible. I'm not going to talk about it on here. I see bad things happen, man. So to hear that this is going on, I don't like that. Because really, it should have been all love. It shouldn't be nothing negative, man. That's what we're talking about. Clarissa saying the young ladies want the world star. Now, look, Papoose caught up in the shit. We were just saying Papoose is being brought into her crap. And now, because instead of her just leaving the gift she got for Tony, just leaving it with them, she wanted it back. And it sounded like she gave it to Papoose, is what people are saying. I don't know that because I'm not the fly on the wall.
You heard what I just said right there?
Tony, just leaving it with them, she wanted it back. And it sounded like she gave it to Papoose, is what people are saying. I don't know that because I'm not the fly on the wall. But now to hear this, I do believe there's some truth to it. And the person who calls in,
I ain't gonna get into that.
Up in the crib with the name on the orange juice.
And this is why we talk so much about Clarissa Shields. This is what I'm saying at the end of the video. Now, this was done several months ago, right? So just listen to what I say here at the end. Listen to what I'm saying. Negativity, wanting to beat people up, thinking no one can hurt you, talking about how Papoose got a hand problem. Papoose doesn't try to put out any negative energy. You can tell Papoose doesn't want anything negative around him. I think he's kind of got one of those been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the hat. He doesn't want anything to do with anything negative. But now to hear that his name is immersed in some bull crap out there in Michigan, I don't like that. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to hear that. Not for him, for anybody, especially for him. Anyway, ain't my business, but I'm going to keep talking about it. The chat will keep talking about it. Hopefully they can right whatever went left, and everything can die down and settle down. You don't want to hear about something happening to Papoose or something happening to Clarissa Shields. We can talk, joke, gossip, speculate, assume, do whatever. But we don't want anyone to get hurt. It's not that serious, people. The people out there in Beecher, don't go out there trying to do nothing stupid. Anyone out there in NY, don't try to do nothing crazy to Clarissa. Yo, can we all just get along? Do nothing crazy to Clarissa. Yo, can we all just get along? This is what do nothing crazy to Clarissa. Yo, can we all just get along? Do nothing crazy to Clarissa. Yo, can we all just get along? This is what the man wants us to do. To bring us down. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze. It really is not that serious. Nobody need to get hurt over no stupid ass car, egos and pride and attitude. I really don't hope no bullshit happen to anybody. I would hate to hear that. It's just not what we want. It's not working. Yo, in the breeze.
Go ahead, caller. You chill.
Y'all keep cool. In the breeze.